friends, I'm Robin, Fiked Stamping Country. Welcome to my stamping studio. Today we're going to make this fun fold card. I'm going to call it the Ziggin and Zaggin card, and I'll show you why. Look at that bling on there from the snowflake sequins. It's very pretty on the front, but look at the Ziggin and Zaggin on the inside. So it zigs and zags that way, but you also have the zigs and zags this way. So it's sort of twofold, and it will fold down and fit in an envelope for mailing. Let me show you what you need to make this card. I started with a Whisper White card base. I used the thick Whisper White cardstock. It's cut 11 inches by 4¼ inches, and I scored it at 5½. That will be our card base. Now, we need some designer paper, and this pretty snowflake paper was perfect for what I wanted. It's called Snowflake Splendor. The first two pieces are cut 4 inches by 5¼ and the second piece is cut 2¾ inches by 5¼ inches. Now, this is the part that's going to do the zigging and zagging. It's 11 inches by 1½ inches, and we're going to score that. I'll show you that in a minute. And then you're going to need a piece for the front that's cut approximately 2½ by 5¼ and then we're going to cut the top with our little die from the, what are they? The Freezin Friends dies. So it's going to give us like a little snowbank, which was perfect. And then you're going to need 4 rectangles. They're cut 2 inches by 2½ inches. And then 4 matte rectangles. I'm using the Misty Moonlight and the Seaside Spray, and they're cut 2¾ by 2¼ inches. I'll have all the measurements on my blog. I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can get the measurements for this card again. And then we're going to score it. This is our strap for the Ziggin and Zaggin at 2¾ 5½ and 8¼ Super easy. Okay. And then we'll fold this. I like to burnish it with my bone folder. This is our designer paper, Snowflake Splendor. And this could vary in size a little bit. You just want to make sure that the snowbank covers it up. And that's the front of our card. And then on the inside, we're going to need these pretty panels. I love this color wash look with all the snowflakes. It's just gorgeous and very easy. I did a slider card a while back with the same set. It's called Freezin Fun. So you can look for that too on my YouTube channel. Now we're going to stamp all these pieces with the Freezin Fun stamp set. We're going to use Tuxedo Black Memento ink. That's because I'm going to color with my Stampin' blends. So this is the cute little bunny on the skis, the dancing penguin. Messed him up a little. We'll stamp him again. And then we have the raccoon on the sled. And the little, I think it's a seal. He's going to be on a little iceberg. I'll show you as we move along here. We're also going to want some pieces that are stamped with the Seaside Spray ink. These are preparing for a snowball fight. So we have piles of snowballs and some loose snowballs. And then we're going to do some icebergs. There's a couple different ones in the set, so I'm going to use 2 different ones. And then we're going to use the Mint Macaron ink. We're going to stamp our trees. So there's some big trees and some little trees. We'll stamp some of both. You'll notice in the Snowflake Splendor paper, there's a lot of blues. This is Midnight Midnight Madness, I think. I'm going to stamp my sentiment for the inside, sending warmth your way. And then let's stamp a pile of snowballs. This will give you a little place to sign your card on the inside. And I want to stamp one more sentiment on the front. I know I'm brave. I should have stamped this ahead of time. And it says, life's better when we're having fun together. So fun. I guess if I messed up, I could have cut a little piece and stack it on there. Now I'm going to use my Stampin' blends. This is the Mint Macaron, and just color my trees. There's no green in the Snowflake Splendor paper. There's only purples and blues. But this green, I thought it was soft enough that it really goes with the paper. Let's use a little bit more on one of the scarves. And then hit the little penguin feet. I'm going to do So Saffron because I want it a little lighter. This is the light basic black. I guess you could use the dark. So it's a black. I'm going to use that for the mask on the raccoon and the stripes on his tails. This is the Seaside Spray again. I'm using the darker this time. Color some of the hats, and this is the Midnight Madness. This is Gray Granite. I color my little seal with the light and the dark. And Flirty Flamingo, I'm going to do some of the insides of their ears, their noses, maybe a few rosy cheeks. What else do we have here? I'm going to use Midnight Madness for the raccoon's scarf. Let's go with Real Red for his hat. We're going to shake things up a little bit because I'm going to use Real Red on the sled also. We're going to use Crumb Cake so it'll look like it has wood runners, I guess. Use a little bit more crumb cake over the red just to age it just a little bit. I'm going to use the lighter of the Smoky Slate to color my raccoon. I'm using the lighter just to give a little bit of shadows to the bunny. I could just leave him white, but with the shadows he looks a little, gives him a little more depth. And again, that Flirty Flamingo for the cheeks. And some crumb cake for the skis. Midnight Madness for his poles. This is Highland Heather. There is some Highland Heather in the Snowflake Splendor paper for his scarf. And now we're going to use my big cut. Love this. So there's the platform and the adapter. The platform and the adapter, I guess. And then I'm going to use my magnetic piece. I love this. I can put so much on here and it doesn't budge. It also, I love this new cutter because I can cut anywhere in the center, on the edges, at the ends. Now watch this. It'll go through, comes out the other side. None of them moved. I didn't have to tape anything down. They stayed in place. Totally loving this. Okay, now let's see about putting this together. So you're going to put some up and some down. Easy peasy. I would recommend sort of strong adhesive on this. Your tear and tape would work well. So you see how we have the zigzag motion there? And then you're going to need adhesive on both ends. Those are going to be applied to the inside of the card. So you can start on either side. I'm going to start on the right side and hear that. And then you want this to be ziggin and zaggin. So sort of a Z fold type thing. And to get it lined up perfectly, just fold that over. And ta-da! We're ziggin and zaggin. Sort of a valley, mountain valley. Need just a little bit of bling. These are snowflake sequins. They're self-sticking. It just adds, I'm sure you've noticed that little shine there. So you can add those wherever you want. If you have a little ink smudge, I'd recommend putting one on there. If you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you would like a list of supplies or to shop online or measurements, be sure to go to the link listed in my description. Thanks so much and have a fabulous day.